The reading is taken from Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 to 5. The Lord had said to Abram, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." So Abram left, as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. He took his wife Sarah, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated, and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there. The second reading is from Hebrews chapter 11, verses 8 to 12. By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith, he made his home in the promised land, like a stranger in a foreign country. He lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. By faith, Abraham, even though he was past aged, and Sarah herself was barren, was enabled to become a father, because he considered him faithful who had made the promise. And so, from this one man, and he as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as countless as the sand on the seashore.
So I want to talk to you now about the man Abraham. And at first his name is Abram, and God appears to him. You'll find the account of it in Genesis 12. And he says to him, "Pack up all your possessions and set off to a land that I'll reveal to you." So he doesn't even know where he's going, but he says yes to God. And he packs up all his earthly goods and sets off on a journey into the unknown with this God who has revealed himself to him. Now, I said before, there's always a blessing for those who say yes to God. And God says to Abraham right away that he is going to be the father of a great nation, and that nation will be the cause of blessing for the whole world. So that's a pretty amazing thing to say to anybody. And he and his wife Sarah turn out to have a baby when they're 80 years old, and that's how the prophecy is fulfilled. They call that child Isaac, which means laughter. And you've got to have a laugh, really, when God enables you to have a baby at the age of 80. And the land that they go to turns out to be what we now know as the Promised Land, Israel. And the people that he is to father are the Israelites, and it's into that nation that Christ, the Saviour of the world, is born. So all that is bound up in the promise that Abraham gets. Now, the journey of Abraham's life has all sorts of twists and turns in it, but the feature of it, the hallmark of it, is that Abraham always says yes to God. He keeps saying yes. He may make some mistakes, but he keeps saying yes to God. In Hebrews 11, which is the chapter in all the Bible that just recounts faith writ large. And in that, the writer recognizes Abraham as a mighty man of faith, because his life is characterized by his saying yes to God. Now, behind me is St. Lawrence Church in Bradford-on-Avon. It's an amazing thing. It's an intact Anglo-Saxon church. And for many years, believe it or not, it was lost. So it was hidden behind other buildings. People didn't realize what it was. And at one point it was used as a boys' school. And there's one of the walls inside is still darkened by the fire of the cooking that went on for the boys. And at one point it was used as a warehouse. But the Vicar of Holy Trinity, which is just over the road from here, in 1856, rediscovered it and revealed it for what it really is, this marvelous intact example of such an early church. And the reason that I've chosen this spot to talk to you about Abraham is that as we say yes to God, he takes us on a journey so that we can find out who we are, who we were created to be. And if we're reluctant to go on that journey, then I'm afraid we may only realize a small part of God's dream for us and for our lives. If we, like Abraham, keep saying yes, God will do things through us that we would never have believed, and he'll change us as people into people who have a stature in God that we would never have dreamed possible. It's possible for everybody to go on this journey. It's simple. You just have to say yes to God. Read up about Abraham in the chapters of Genesis and see how his life was transformed by saying yes.